Hey there, book lovers. I'm Haley.
And I'm McCayleigh. Welcome to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist.
The official podcast for the Facebook group, All Things Book Related.
We're two besties who are here to share our love for unforgettable characters, unpredictable storylines, and the books we just can't put down.
From our all-time favorites to the latest releases, we're bringing you deep dives, hot takes, and maybe a little friendly disagreement.
So grab your favorite read and let's get ready for some bookish fun.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. We are so glad that you're here with us today. We've got a super fun episode planned for you guys.
Yes, that's right. We're spilling the tea on our book Icks. You know, those little things in books that drive us crazy.
Plus, we'll be reading some hilarious one-star reviews of books we absolutely loved.
Seriously, these reviews are brutal, but also kind of entertaining.
So get ready to laugh, cringe, and maybe yell, how could they hate that book?
Okay, but before we get into all of that, Haley, what's been going on with you lately?
Honestly, not a lot. I'm trying to think what I've been doing. So we went on our vacation, hung out. I'm in my finals right now for my semester, so I just finished my last one yesterday.
Yay!
I got my class ring.
I saw it. So cute. I loved your little
Yes.
video. You were so excited. And the box it came in had like the cutest little bow
Literally,
on
it was so cool.
You can never throw that box away. Like, that is it's so cute.
I took the video in like the FedEx parking lot because I was so excited. I've been doing my finals. I got my ring and I've been working.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
What did you do in Colorado? Because I know we talked about last episode you were going, you didn't know if there was Wi-Fi.
Gosh, I totally forgot to tell you.
Oh my God.
I rolled my ankle. Like,
What?
horribly. Like, super duper bad. Like, I don't know. But we were trying to go fishing, but the lake we went to was frozen over, so we were turning around, and the snow was mid-calf. And I stepped on a rock, and then I just fell in the snow and twisted my ankle. And I was crying to Edgar. I was, take me back to Texas. I want to be here. And that was the very first day we were there. So then I didn't do anything else besides that. I hung out at the little cabin we stayed at. There was Wi-Fi.
Oh my God,
Thank
good.
the Lord.
I was about to say, well, at least you got to stay in after that, maybe read a few books. But
Yeah, I read. We did s'mores. It was fun.
aside from, the hurting yourself thing, that sounds so cozy. I want to take a trip to somewhere snowy, like snowy mountains. That sounds so nice.
A book retreat.
Yeah.
I have been seeing those all over my TikTok and Instagram feed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be a part of one of those.
No, like 2 days ago, me and some of our book club girls went to a readers festival, and on the way we saw a book retreat. Like, it was a book camp. You could pay
That's
per
cool.
person to either stay in a tent or a cabin or a hotel, and you're there for a week. They feed you. I know. I was like, what if we just get like all of book club to go?
What else have you been doing?
Well, we went to it was a readers festival. It was so
Mhm.
cute. There was like lots of little vendors and just handmade items. Like, I'm a sucker for blind date with the books. There were so many there and so many to choose from. Oh, they're just so cute and so crafty.
Right.
And there were also make your own bookmarks,
Oh
and
my gosh.
just people are so creative, and it's like things that I've not even seen on the internet. Like these crafty bookish projects. I'm like, wow, my mind is like kind of exploding with how creative everyone is. And then like probably one of the highlights of my year, I went to the Avatar The Last Airbender in concert. And if you guys are watching the video, here is my t-shirt. I wore it just to show everyone. Avatar.
My goodness.
The Last Airbender in concert. No, it was incredible, and I cried, and I took Christian with me. He's not watched the show, but after that, he was like, wow, I don't even need to watch the show anymore, because it was like a recap of the whole show, and they just played the music for the show, but they had video playing during the songs. It was incredible, and I just felt
That's
so at
so
home
cool.
with all my Avatar The Last Airbender nerds around
My
me. We were all
goodness.
cheering, and Christian was
Yes.
like, what is happening? Like, he's like, McCayleigh, you found your people. I was like,
Aw.
I know. So that was fun. Christian ran a half marathon this morning.
My goodness. I saw the videos.
Yeah,
gosh.
all of this, like the Readers Festival, the Avatar concert, this half marathon. I had a baby shower yesterday. This has all been within 1 week.
And you got sick. You were sick, weren't
Oh
you?
my god, there was last Sunday. I was miserable. I was like, I really hope no one is texting me right now because I'm not even looking at my phone like the entire day. But I just get the worst migraines ever. Like, I see a doctor for them. Why is there no cure for just your basic common migraine? Stumps me. I don't know. When you have it, you take it for granted when you don't. So it's like when you get a stuffy nose, you like take breathing for granted. That's what happens when I get my migraines. I'm like, man, I really should have enjoyed it when I didn't have my migraine.
Right.
But yeah, that has been a lot recently. So.
Well, and you need to talk about the banner behind you.
Dude.
That's like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Y'all, okay, my camera can't catch all of it, but at the top,
it does not give it justice.
No.
It is like super cool.
At the top, it's got author and audiobook narrator and my full name, and then just like my social media tags and where to find me and my website. And then this is the cover of Isle of Beasts and Shadows on the banner. Really big, really pretty. Follow me on Instagram to go see the full photo.
Yes.
But I'm very excited about that. Thank you, Cyber Monday deals. I would have not gotten it otherwise, but I just couldn't resist when I saw it. So now I have to go to like the book festivals and book conventions and sign up as like an author and all that.
I feel like we've been all over the place lately, but honestly, sitting down to record these episodes is such a highlight.
Seriously, it's like therapy, but with books.
All right, guys, let's get into today's episode. So, McCayleigh, what have you been reading?
Yeah, so, I mean, we are currently, at the time of recording, it is 8 days into December.
I know.
So, we kind of, like, recapped our November last episode, and that was a busy month, and I feel like my book reads don't pick up until, you know, the end of the month. And up until, like, the 25th of whatever month. I'm like, oh, it's a slow month. And then all of a sudden, I'll read, like, 5 books in a week. But currently, I finished Hexed at the start of this month by Emily McIntyre, and I've been taking 10 years to read Where's Molly and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. However, I'm listening to it like an hour each day, so we're almost there. I am nearing the end, and oh my god, that book, so good. I can't say I'm a huge fan of Where's Molly, especially after
I was literally about to say, we both hated Haunting Adeline.
Oh my god.
Hated it. So I'm so surprised when you said that you were reading that.
Well,
because it's the same author, isn't it?
It's the same author. This book is a novella, kind of, to the series. So it's not the same characters, but it's set in the same world. When I read Haunting Adeline, I was scared at night. It was my first dark romance. And I was scared at night to go let out my dogs. So I would wake up Christian. I was like, will you go with me? I'm afraid someone's going to be in the backyard. So that was a little scary. So I enjoyed it, and then I read Hunting Adeline. They're definitely not my favorite, but I enjoyed them. Now, Where's Molly is a little different story for me because it's coming off as Wattpad. I don't know. It was almost like a money grab thing. She was like, oh, these 2 books did so well. This cat and mouse duet did so good. Let's do something short and quick. And I don't feel like it got the time it deserved, and I don't know. But I'm also reading this book, like, physically, in a physical copy. I listened to the other 2. So that also might just purely be me and my audio listening skills versus my actual eye reading skills. So could totally be me, but that's what I'm taking from it so far. But anyways, what about you, Haley? Tell me all about the books you've read so far.
So far I have read Phantasma. I could talk all day about this book. McCayleigh read it last month.
Yes.
I read it like the first day of December. So good. 5 stars. I can't wait to read the next one. I read Funny Story. That was the book that McCayleigh recommended to me. Yeah. How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. That was crazy.
Really? I'm excited. You can't say much about it. I have to read it. I haven't started it yet. We're also doing that.
I see it behind you.
Yes, I put it on display. It's my next one.
You need to listen to it. Are you going to listen to it?
I'm going to listen to it, yeah. But
oh my gosh, you have to listen to it.
I just have a thing where I have to buy the physical, you know, even though I'm not going to read. Many of us have that problem, so it's fine. They're just little trophies.
I can't wait to hear your thoughts on that.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
And then I read a short story. It's by the same author. It was like 100 pages. It was called Resting Scrooge Face. That was just like another short Christmas love story. It was really good.
Was it just like a standalone. It wasn't like set in
Yeah,
the same.
standalone.
Cute.
Right.
Yeah, I love that
Standalone.
title.
It was free. Like it comes with like your Amazon Prime membership, so it was downloaded to my Audible, so I could listen to
Wow.
it for free. Yeah.
I love that. Dang.
There's another quiz. I didn't know there's
no.
another quiz.
Haley is just now seeing our notes that we share when we do these.
Okay, I
recordings.
promise next episode I'm doing a quiz for you because
No.
I was not expecting
No,
this.
I was like, okay, maybe it would be fun to do like a little segment where I quiz Haley every episode.
Oh my gosh.
And we just do a follow along on Instagram. So listeners, now would be a good time. Stop what you're doing, open your phones, follow along, and there will be a quiz there on our profile that you can follow along with and answer along with Haley. So
Yes.
here we go. Okay, Haley, I made a quick quiz to find out what book trope character you are. You're going
Oh my
to
gosh.
answer a few questions, and at the end, I'll tell you which trope matches your personality.
Yes.
Okay. What is your go-to vibe in a book setting? A quaint little village with a dark secret, a glittering palace filled with intrigue, a dangerous but beautiful enchanted forest, a coffee shop where everyone seems to know your name.
Oh my gosh, these all sound so good. The castle.
Castle.
Yes.
Glittering palace. All right. You're the main character. What's your biggest strength? Your quick thinking and problem solving? Your charm and mysterious allure? Your bravery in the face of danger? Your kind heart and ability to bring people together?
Problem solving.
Problem solving. Okay. Which sidekick do you want by your side? A talking animal with a snarky attitude, a brooding warrior with a tragic backstory, a childhood best friend who's secretly in love with you, a quirky mentor who always gives oddly specific advice.
This is so hard. Because there's two that I...
Which two are you choosing between?
Okay. Whoever's in love with me, obviously. And then the brooding guy.
I knew you would be.
I will pick the brooding.
Yes, I knew
Brooding
you
always.
would. I knew you would. That is so funny. All right. What's your favorite kind of romance? Enemies to lovers, forbidden love, the love triangle, or a sweet friends to lovers story that melts your heart?
Nothing sweet for me.
No.
Enemies to lovers all the way.
Yes, I already knew that was a given. Okay, so last question. You face a big challenge. What do you do? Outsmart your enemies and find a clever solution? Sacrifice something important to save the day? Rush into action without thinking, you're bold like that? Or rally your friends and ask for help? We're stronger together.
Sacrifice
Okay.
something in order to help others.
There we go. All right, let me get your results.
Oh my goodness. What is it?
You are the mysterious stranger trope. You're the brooding, enigmatic trope that everyone's curious about. With your allure and depth, you leave people guessing what's behind that cool exterior.
Guys, my dad listens to this. My boyfriend listens to this. They're gonna be like, this is so not Haley.
you.
This is not her at all.
No, this is just the Haley that reads.
Yes,
This is
yes.
just... I
Right.
think this might be what you want to see, in your books.
Right.
Like, you want
Yeah.
that mysterious stranger.
Yeah.
But funny, well, your other picks could have been the clever hero, the brave adventurer, or the heart of gold character. So there were some good options, but yeah.
That was so fun. Okay, I'm gonna do one for you next
Okay,
time. I promise.
okay.
There will be one.
All right, I'm excited. All right. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to Book Icks. This was really fun. We posted to our Instagram story and got a lot of y'all's, input. But here's a little, description of a book ick. A book ick is that one cringeworthy trope, phrase, or character action that makes you want to close the book and question your life choices. Basically, the literary equivalent of the ick in dating.
Literally. And honestly, I feel like my book icks are so specific, but I stand by them.
Okay, hit me with them. Like, what makes you cringe?
First of all, when characters call each other like super duper cringy pet names like Daddy or My Little Muffin,
No.
Baby even, I can't. It's like gag reflex. My skin is crawling.
Ew, my Little Muffin, Daddy, like all of that, like that's so gross. But I think Daddy is the worst.
Literally, it just do like a normal term of endearment or don't do anything at all.
Yeah.
Don't make me cringe.
Yeah, fair. Like cringy pet names are out.
100%. What do you have?
Ew. Yeah. Well, I swear I could write a whole list of my book icks. Okay, let's talk about miscommunication as a plot device. Like, unless the book is a rom-com, I just cannot stand when the entire story's conflict is based on two characters refusing to have like one single honest conversation. And we're supposed to believe that these characters are madly in love, but they just can't have one, conversation and just talk to each other. It just drives me absolutely crazy, and it's all I think about, and it kind of like really just takes me out of the story. Unless it's a rom-com or just a comedy, then I'm out. Like, no.
Well, spoiler for Fourth Wing. Skip ahead like 10 seconds. You love Fourth Wing, but Fourth Wing is miscommunication.
But it's also like fantasy romance, but he's obviously got a secret. You know what I mean? He's intentionally not telling her something. Yeah. I'm just literally over it. Just give me characters with actual problems, unless they're, Xaden and Violet. What's next for you?
Long chapters. I could go on about this forever. Guys, if I need a full drink break before I go to the next chapter, I'm over it. I am putting that book down, and I will not pick it back up again.
Right. Like, give me some natural stopping points.
Exactly.
But
so what else do you have?
This one's kind of specific, but I hate when there's a love triangle, but one of the love interests is like so obviously the wrong choice. Like, why are we wasting time pretending this guy is an option? Like, for the sake of the plot. I'm like, no, choose the other guy.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, why are you even thinking about the other person? Why are you even torn?
Yes.
Just pick the right guy.
Yes, exactly. And half the time, the third wheel is like only there to stretch the story. So just give me a well-balanced triangle where both options feel equally viable, or just skip it altogether. But what's your last book?
Okay. My last one, it's not like in the book itself, but it's what people do. When people dog ear pages in books, I'm like, you psycho. Use anything else, like a receipt, a napkin, a leaf. We've all been there. Just do it.
A leaf? I've never used a leaf.
It's better than folding a book's pages. Don't you want your book to look pretty?
Yeah, you're not wrong. So, no My Little Muffin or Daddy, no long chapters, and no dog-eared books.
Right. It's the bare minimum, guys. Just don't do it.
No. Okay, another book ick is when you have a series and the books aren't the same size, and they're standing on your shelf. Because the publishers release the hardcover first most of the time, rather than, so if you already have the paperback, you're just kind of screwed because you gotta wait 2 years before you get, another paperback or whatever.
This one here, I'm showing McCayleigh, like my Crescent City series for everyone that's not watching. I had the first two in paperback, and my third one's paperback also, but it's the international version. And it was like $40. And at that point, I'm like, I should have just bought a hardcover, but I'm like, it wouldn't have matched. But then it came like this. Oh, it's much taller than the others. I'm like, well, dang, I should have just got the hardcover. It was cheaper.
Yeah, like not even the spine is the same design. Like if you're seeing the video, it's just Sarah J. Maas, Crescent City, sideways, really large.
Yeah.
It's not the same at all. So yeah, that definitely bothers me. Is there any other book icks that you can think of?
One that comes to mind is Insta Love.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you met eye contact with this guy, and it's just like that.
I know. The only time I feel...
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the only time that anyone can make that work is like Sarah J. Maas and the Fated Mates, maybe, like if you know.
Yes.
But if it's like modern day, no magic, come on, that doesn't happen. I'm not 6 years old anymore watching my Barbie movies. Like I might be watching the Barbie movies, but I'm not 6. Anything else?
I'm trying to think if I have any others.
I have one. When people crack the spine of their book.
Oh my god, I do that.
No, you do not. You're a
Yes, I do. The spines are cracked on like all of my Akatars. Like Silver Flames especially, you can see the lines in it. I just, when I get it, I go and I crack it. Does that make me psycho?
Yes! Oh my god, no, I can't stand. Like, there's TikTok videos
Well,
of
how do you?
You just slowly ease into it.
The book is so big, you can't just hold it like a normal
It's
book. You gotta like break it open.
You gotta love on it. You gotta like slowly stretch her out.
Oh no. I crack every single paperback spine that I have. This is Kingdom of Ash. There's lines here. I crack this one for sure.
No, do you like intentionally, like you get the book and you just snap? Like intentional?
If it's huge, like if it's like Kingdom of Ash or Silver Flames, yeah, I crack it.
Oh my god.
Like right when I get it. Because I'm like, I can't just hold it. I've got to like be able to like force it open, like to where I can read like flat.
No, I could never.
I'm sorry.
No. I think you're gonna get a lot of hate for that.
Guys, don't hate on me, please. Oh my gosh. God. I'm trying to think if I have any. Oh, here's one. I said it on our last post when I can't pronounce any of the characters.
Yeah, I get that.
I love Sarah J. Maas. I've read all of her books. I will love her till I die. But the Throne of Glass series, Chaol, it's spelled Chaol. Do you know how I pronounced it until Kingdom of Ash? Carol, like Cheryl. Cheryl, I put an R in there. I would call him Chair.
No.
Like, I would just see his name and I'd just skip over it. Until Edgar was like reading over my shoulder. He was like, that's such a weird name. So we looked it up and like on YouTube there was a way of someone pronouncing it and it was like Kale. And I said, that's not Kale.
Dang, no.
That's Cheryl or that's Chair. Or I just don't say his name at all.
Oh my god, that's when I appreciate the like little glossary dictionary things at the beginning of the books. Like they'll tell you the name pronunciations, the location pronunciations, everything. But I don't run into that issue very often just because I am listening to the audiobooks. So I am grateful for that because I don't have to even think about it. So someone's just telling me.
When the characters are revealed that they're like brother and sister. Someone said it on one of our posts, but like in the Mortal Instrument series, I don't know if you've read that one.
Wasn't that
I read
movie
it in middle school
too?
Yeah, it was a movie.
I think I watched the movie.
They did the first movie and then they did like a series like a long time ago, just like a TV series, but didn't ever really pick off. But the author made it think that the two main characters were brother and sister, and it turns out they weren't. So when I was reading Reckless by Lauren Roberts, the third book in her series, McCayleigh and one of our other friends had finished it, and they were like, there's this huge plot twist. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. And I said, they're brother and sister.
No, thank God
and they're
not.
They were like, where are you getting this from? I'm like, I don't know. Like, that just comes to my mind. Like, are they brother and sister? Like, just tell me, because
thank God.
I would have died.
No, I would have died with you. Like, we would have been buried together.
We need to do a breakdown episode of the Powerless series.
We should.
Let's put a pin in that because we met Lauren Roberts over the summer in Austin and she was such a kind person. We love her.
I would love to get her on like the podcast. Wouldn't that be insane?
I would die.
Like we'd be like,
I'd be like, do you remember me from Austin? We waited in line for your autograph. You said you liked my t-shirt. I love you so much.
God, well that would be cool. Manifesting that.
So now guys, we're gonna jump into what y'all said were your book icks. We threw up a little question on our stories this week. Oh my god, I just read what Carly put.
I know.
I can't read that. My dad will like die. Edgar will die.
No.
I can't say that on the internet. Han reads books. They said book covers with real people on them. Yeah.
No. Like,
Nope.
My blind date with a book that I got recently was like a real person. But like the book was from like 2009.
Saw that. I wouldn't, if I got a blind date with a book, no offense to people who do it, I love you guys, I support you, but if I get a book from a blind date with a book and it's like an awful book with horrible reviews on Goodreads and it's from like a decade ago, I would be really sad.
I was in line checking out and she was in the middle of explaining that all the blind dates with the books that she gets and wraps up, they are all from libraries, and libraries will clean out.
I just went to a library sale yesterday. I totally forgot. Because it was horrible. I mean, I went in.
It's books that no one reads anymore.
I told Edgar, I said, this is going to be like the best thing ever. You bring your own bag, you fill it up. And he said, Haley, I need you to understand that the whole library is not on sale. I said, yes, it is. The entire library is on sale. I have to go support them. And he's like, why would you think that they're getting rid of other books? And I'm like, to make room for other books. And he's like, exactly. So they'll get rid of the old ones nobody's read.
Yeah.
I said, you're lying. I don't believe you. I went there.
And he was right.
He was right. I'll just say, he was right. I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
No, like, me and my friends, we opened up our books, and, like, they all were kind of, like, older covers.
Yeah.
One of my friends got hers from a different vendor, and it was newer.
Yeah.
But I was, like, a little sad about that. And, I mean, I judge a book by its cover. Like...
Yeah, me too.
I shouldn't, but I do. I mean, it was the cutest, like, packaging in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the stickers and everything was so cute. Okay, this person agrees with me about Book Icks. Her name is Obs Reads Romance. Mm-hmm. She says different heights and series. So, we feel you. We just had a big conversation about that.
Really, Bookish says cheating. Hate that in books. I agree. I hate that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel so sad.
Yes.
Our friend... Beth, we love her. She commented on our post. And this is really specific. She says, when they bring in someone that is obsessed with cars or bikes. Honestly, that would be an ick for me. That's weird.
Yeah.
And she was the one who said, when characters are step siblings or siblings in general. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a Colleen Hoover book. Which one is it?
I do not
like
I know
Colleen. You don't. I'm trying to remember.
But I'm gonna... Yeah.
Well, anyways, like they're all pilots and stuff. Like all the guys are, and he has a backstory, and he ends up having a romantic relationship with his stepsister, and they have a baby, and crap happens.
That's even weirder.
Yeah. So
it's like the baby's grandparents. They only have one set of grandparents, basically. That's weird.
Yeah, that's very true. Official Page to Picture said, third-person writing. I find myself struggling to finish those kinds of books now. Which, I hear that a lot. Isle of Beasts and Shadows is in third person, so you might not enjoy it. But it was originally first person when I first wrote it, and then I was like, well, Harry Potter's in third person. It did so good. Let me write mine in third person. So I
enjoy both, but if I had to pick one to read, it would be first person.
I do think it's easier to write, too. It's like you writing, pretending to be someone else.
Also, like, being in the minds of the character and knowing what they're thinking. So.
Like, learning their motives. It helps you understand a lot, so I agree.
And then the last one that's on this post, it's the unpredictable reads of Lolly. They're saying when a book is marketed as enemies to lovers, but it's really more forbidden love. Takes away the slow burn that I love. I feel like enemies to lovers and forbidden love kind of go hand in hand. I don't know if I know the difference.
Yeah, I can see it.
There is a big difference.
Yeah, just because it's forbidden love doesn't mean you're enemies. So maybe, like, brother and sister, you know, like that last book we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You're not enemies, but
that
is
would be forbidden love.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
So something along those lines, like... Or Romeo and I would say Romeo and Juliet is not enemies to lovers.
I would say that they're forbidden. Yeah, that's forbidden love.
Yeah, so it's very not specific, but it's a trope of its own for sure. But yeah.
So I understand what they mean when they're like expecting to go into a book thinking it's enemies to lovers, but it's actually okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now we're going to jump into a few hilarious 1-star reviews from books we absolutely love.
Because who doesn't love a good laugh at some wild, out of left field takes?
Exactly. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some spicy opinions.
All right, guys. Let's dive into these. We kind of just picked a couple of our favorite reads, and then I threw in a couple like older ones, like from when I was in middle school. So let's see. The first one that I picked was Twilight. Have you read Twilight?
I only like the first book, but let me hear it.
This one, it's just really short. It just says vomits aggressively to the first Twilight book.
1 star.
I'm like, oh no.
Oh my god. Well, I did one for Kingdom of Ash. I did multiple, actually. I found multiple. And one said, 1 star. Please tell me Aelin and Rowan die. Like, they didn't even read. I'm just like, hater. That was my my God. Favorite book.
There's one from A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm a second away from dousing myself in gasoline and lighting myself on fire just so I never have to look at this book ever again. Oh my gosh. And then someone underneath said, "This is it. This is the stupidest book I've ever read." My goodness.
That's so sad.
I know.
Dang. Well, another Kingdom of Ash one is Praise Jesus. This series is finally over. How much longer will I have to wait until it finally fades into the void and I never have to see or hear about it again?
Oh my gosh. Why would they read the whole 7 book
I know,
series?
just to get to the last one and be happy it's over. I guess, like, maybe you just felt obligated to read it all. I don't know.
There's one. It's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This made me laugh out loud, and I sent it to my dad and my boyfriend. It's Voldemort's review. So Voldemort, that's like the name of the person. That's the bad guy in Harry Potter. Voldemort says, "This is a disgrace to all purebloods. My head looked quite dashing on that strange professor's head. If only I could have extended my stay. Harry Potter, ... This is not over yet."
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny to me.
No, I do love it when people make their usernames characters from books. Here's one from Crescent City, book 1. God blessed me with eyes, and I abused them.
Oh my god.
I'm like, no.
The last one that I did, it's from The Hunger Games. I am now stupider from reading this.
Dang.
I love
People are
that
so
book.
mean.
I know.
No, my last one is Caraval, first book. Every time I see this book on my feed, I want to rate it lower.
Oh my gosh. That is so sad.
Yeah.
My fave.
We love those books.
Yes.
We don't agree, but they're fun to read, you know, all these reviews.
I feel like, okay, have you ever given a book like an awful... Well, I don't feel like you review a lot of books, but like, have you ever rated a book super low? Like a 1 star?
Nah. I would like to get into actually writing reviews, though. Like, I see you do it all the time. I'm like, man, it's like a second job for you.
Honestly.
I feel all social media is. Haley takes care of majority of, like, everything social media related for us, guys. So when you see something cute, it's all Haley. Like, in our engagement. Oh my god. It's a job, I'm sure.
It is, honestly. I work full-time. I go to school full-time. I do my own Instagram page full-time. Podcasts. I've got a Facebook group that I'm in.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm working like 3 or 4 full-time jobs. It's crazy. It can get like overwhelming
I'm
sometimes.
Sure. Oh.
And I'll be laying in bed at night and Edgar's like, "Okay, it's time to go to bed." I'm like, "I've got to schedule this for tomorrow." So I'm trying to be more conscientious of what I do and how long it takes. So I'm trying to get everything done before I go to bed.
Yeah, Christian always tells me, like, set a timer. I'm like, I can't. I just need to, work on my own.
I'm trying to think what I've given a 1 star. I used to never give 1 stars until this year. I'm throwing them out like candy sometimes. And I used to never DNF a book. I've DNF'd like a handful this year. But probably the worst one is Haunting Adeline. We talked about it at the beginning of the episode. That was my 1 star review, and I left like a scathing review. And if you want to read my full thing, it's there. It is very unhinged, so read it if you want to be entertained. That's all I'll say.
Oh, yeah, we have lots of words about that series.
See, I didn't even read the 2nd book.
Yeah, no,
I was like, whatever happened at the end of the first one, I was like, okay.
No, she gets like kidnapped.
They'll be okay. Yeah.
Like,
I put in my review, I was like, they got kidnapped, hoping everything's okay for them, but I'm not reading the next book. Alright guys, that's a wrap on today's episode of 2 Chicks and a Plot Twist. We hope you enjoyed hearing our book icks and all the hilarious 1-star reviews we read. We'd love to hear what your icks are when it comes to books, so send us a message or comment on our socials.
Yes, thank you guys so much for listening and supporting us. If you're interested in being a guest on our podcast, check out our Instagram or Facebook page at 2 Chicks and a Plot Twist. There is a sign-up form in our link tree.
You can follow me on my personal Instagram at haleys.books.
And you can follow me on Instagram at McCayleigh Daniels.
Join us for our next episode, guys, where we'll be discussing the books we recommended for each other from our last episode.
Yes, we've traded favorites, and we will be spilling all the tea about our reactions. No sugarcoating here.
Yes, and as a quick little recap before we go, I recommended McCayleigh read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab.
And I recommended Haley read Funny Story by Emily Henry.
Yes, I'm so excited for the next episode.
Yes, you can expect a podcast episode from us every other Thursday. See you next time. Bye!
Bye!